And when we pop up is when I start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Football Pick'em Show live on the Sports with Wolfie channel and brought to you by Wolfie's major sponsor, Dubby. My name is Brett Alt. I'm the announcer and one of the panelists for tonight's show. Let's get the ball rolling. As we go around the horn. First off, going up to the great country of Canada and former Arizona resident and former Arizona State alumni. Let's say hello to our good friend Mikey. Mikey, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing wonderful. And Suzanne is right there at 100% healed. So thank you all for your prayers and thoughts about her right here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your intro, Mikey. Hope you make some really good picks tonight. Let's go up to the Northeast and let's go to our resident New England Patriot fan base, hardcore fan, and Wendy's regional manager. Let's say hello to the Papa Smurf of YouTube. Let's say good evening to Angel. Angel, my Patriots brother, how you doing tonight?
I'm blessed. I'm alive tonight. I no longer work at Wendy's, by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys ain't on Facebook, but I started a new job and I work for National Assemblers Incorporated. What I do is I go to people's houses after they order stuff on Amazon and I assemble it for them.
Oh, that's cool. I bet that pays pretty good money.
Well, it's all right.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, at least it beats the flipping greasy burgers.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. Also, now let's come back to the Midwest. Let's go down Interstate 380 to the great town of Marion, Iowa. Let's say hello to Football Pick'em's resident statistician and my brother. Of course, both of us are coming back after a somber week last week. Let's say hello to my brother, Jeff Alt. Jeff, good to see you, brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well, to be honest.
All right. Now let's before I do my intro, because I'm going to go last if I'm on the panel, I'm going to throw it over and say good evening to our gracious host who put this all together. Let's say hello to the Howler of Knoxville, Tennessee, Wolfie. Good to see you tonight, brother. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Welcome in, guys.
Wolfie, how you doing, brother?
Let's see here. We got Hardin James in the house. We got Caitlin, Texas.
We got Florida. We got
Illuminati.
Illuminati is also one of my subscribers on my channel, so pretty cool.
Oh, and then we got Ted Aruski lurking. Yeah, I'm sure he's fixing to do a raid.
Yeah. Make sure we have the turrets up.
Did we also say Florida Claimerstead?
Yeah,
got him in there too.
Yeah. And there's Roughneck. Welcome in, Roughneck.
Ruffy! Hey, Ruffy's Garage.
What's up, y'all?
So I'll go ahead and get my intro out of the introduction out of the way. I'm doing a lot better, as y'all know. After the stream last week, Jeff and I on Wednesday we had our sister's funeral. I know a couple of one of the Pick'em crew actually watched it, and of course, one of the people in the chat watched it. I
watched it.
It was a very beautiful service. Jeff did the lecturing, which means he read out of the Bible at the mass. Of course, the local funeral home down there did a really good job of making everything. We had quite a turnout for the funeral on Wednesday last week. We had a total of 5 priests at the service, and then we had, of course, a deacon. Of course, one of the priests that was there actually went to college with our sister. So then, of course, they had the burial rites at a cemetery. I forgot the name of it. I think Jeff's better at knowing the name of the cemetery than I do.
Mount Calvary Cemetery in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, Mount Calvary Cemetery on the side of Cedar Rapids. The only complaint I had about the last burial rites out there is
Okay. Okay. They're live over there. I never
yeah.
got the notification.
Teddy.
Okay, let me end my live stream. I never got the notification you were live.
All right, we'll give you a
Okay,
minute.
so
Then.
yeah, we'll go over to Wolfie's guys. He's live and it's a full panel. You got Brett, me, Mikey. Who else is up here? Jeff here
Angel and
too.
Jeff.
Got Angel.
Yeah, we got Jeff. We got Puppy Smurf over there too.
All right, so
No,
I'm
that's
going to
fine.
go ahead and finish my intro, then I'll throw it over to you, Ted.
Okay.
So it was a beautiful service. Of course, the only complaint I had about the last burial rites was it was too damn muggy up there.
Down there.
I swear, it was so muggy you could freaking fry a steak on the freaking tarmac and it'll be well done. But anyway, so the fact of the matter is, other than that, we had a luncheon,
Yeah,
and then, of
Wolfie's
course,
at the bottom right there.
and then of course on Thursday, of course, one of my good friends took me down, but we forgot his suitcase. So me,
Yeah, I
my
never got
friend,
a notification and he went live.
so one of my friends and my neighbor, we went down to Marion last Thursday, visited with my parents, and then of course my parents was kind enough to go, and I asked Jeff too on Wednesday night about if he was going to go down, and so our parents treated me, my friend, my neighbor, and of course Jeff and I out to lunch at a local spaghetti house, which was really good. So
Zio John.
Zio. It's called Zio Giano. It's a really nice spaghetti house. If you guys ever come to Iowa, come to Cedar Rapids and Marion, that's a nice place to go. Zio Giano Spaghetti House. It's been, I think, for over 40 years or something. So
Nice.
anyway, that's enough about me. Let's welcome in our Florida football expert and resident wisecrack. Let's say good evening to Florida Claimers, Ted or Teddy. How you doing tonight, brother?
Yeah, good. I just ended the live and I pinned the link, but there was only 5 people there, so I don't know how many are to come over. Maybe 3 if we're lucky.
Yeah, we've got a few coming in here. We got Jake Hudson. We got Lucy, and
There's Karina.
Yeah, Jake and Lucy
Karina.
were over there. So we got 2. Oh, we got Karina too. That's 3. There's our 3 right there.
We got
and
Peppermint.
then we got
Peppermint.
Peppermint. Welcome in.
Welcome in. Hey, Jake, haven't heard from you, buddy. Hope
Yeah,
you're
he
doing
came
well,
in
bro.
right at the end. Yeah, Jake came in right at the end there.
Yeah.
And hello, Karina. Karina Thomas is here.
All right. So before we get to the recap, we got a few things to talk about today.
Mind if I lead in, Wolf?
Go right ahead.
So one of the big ones, as you know, has been the most recent controversy with the situation with what's going on in the SEC and LSU. If you have been following the sports news, you've noticed that 2 players who went undrafted in the NFL draft have supposed deals in place that takes them back to LSU. Well, I was talking with Jeff earlier about this because the Big Ten today officially made a new rule in light of this, barring the players from their conference who go into the draft from coming back. Now, I want to address this controversy in the SEC. Now, of course, we all know Wolfie is in SEC territory. So let's start with him. Wolfie, what's your view about this?
Well, first of all, I've always been told once you go to the NFL, you don't go back. And
Exactly.
that's been the golden rule. That's how it should be. That's how it should stay. If you have a contract with the NFL, you're getting paid by the NFL, period.
Yep.
And this guy
Now-
had a Cleveland Brown contract, but they waived the contract though.
Correct.
There has been an update this evening, though.
Yep. I read it.
Greg Sankey came out and made a statement and basically exiling what's going on. So more than likely, there's going to be some type of penalty heading towards LSU
Good.
very soon.
They deserve it.
So I was talking with Jeff earlier, and we both came to the mutual agreement that we think that even though you're going to say just a penalty coming out by it, Jeff and I both agreed that the NCAA needs to launch a big-time investigation, not just into LSU, but into the SEC about this too. I think they need
I
to
would say all the
heavily
schools.
punishments.
I would say all the schools in general should be investigated.
You're an SEC guy. Is what Jeff and I talk about? Is that overkill, or is that actually a valid statement that the NCAA needs to come in and investigate the SEC and LSU because of all this.
Well, the thing is, the only one that's actually signed on anybody is LSU.
Yeah, so the deal would be going right to them directly.
So the only thing that the hammer can go down on is them. Now, from now moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
now it's on everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I wonder how long before the other major conferences
What
start
about
making that rule too, because the Big Ten first did it, and now it's coming down from the SEC. I wonder, of course, with reference to because we have people from different conferences they're representing. So, for example, Mikey, I mean, do you foresee a Big 12 rule coming with that too? Because you're a Big 12.
Absolutely. If this conference is wanting to expand, because remember we talked about this before, they were thinking of adding 2 more teams to the Big 12, as well. And if they're going to add any teams, they need to be held accountable if there's any discrepancy whatsoever. So yes, I see this going forward. I see the Big 12. I see the WAC conference. Any Big Sky, any of those would have to follow this.
I'm going to ask the same question to Ted, since it's mostly ACC territory down there. Of course, with a couple SEC and a Big 12, but mostly ACC. So Ted, since you mostly follow some of the ACC teams down there, do you think the ACC needs to adopt this rule too? I mean, what do you think?
They have to. Yeah, this has to be against all the conferences. All of them have to do it. They're all going to stick together.
And then, of course, I'll get to you, Wolfie. I'm going to ask my brother. So, Jeff, we talked about this earlier, and do you have? I know you normally don't say much, but as us representing the Big Ten, this was a smart move by the commissioner and the conference. I mean, what's your opinion on this take? I mean, how long do you think we've kind of needed this rule?
From the very beginning, just when they start doing this stuff, and I read about what this LSU guy did, like going to Cleveland, getting his contract waived, and then he says he's going to LSU. It's like I'll just slam the door shut, thinking, "Nah, not today, bud. You're done."
Slam the door and take the keys away, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So you.
Yeah.
So
send him. Send him to Canada. They can use him.
So you were going to ask.
Canadian Football League teams always need players.
There you go.
So you wanted to
Just
ask.
telling you, they need them. They need them.
Right.
They've had rejects.
They've
had NFL
But
rejects.
that just shows you Kiffin. Look how sleazy Kiffin is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kiffin ain't gonna last.
I'm going to say sleazy is kind of an understatement there.
He's what you call the all-American bastard of
He
college
is.
football.
Hey man.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, I know the stream already has a title, but if we had to pick the stream title, that would be a candidate for the stream title. All-American Bastard. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, but I know you wanted to add more to this, Wolfie, so go ahead. The floor is yours.
Well, I had an old coach contact me today, and he had some comments on it, and
Okay.
I can kind of see where he's going with this. If you're coming from a major conference in college football, we'll say the major 5, for example, the Big 10, Big 12, SEC, Pac-12, ACC, those 5.
Yep.
If you go pro, and for some reason you get waived by the NFL and you want to come back, you need to be downgraded. So if you're going to come back to college, you're going to have to go down to a lower level school like Conference USA or Sun Belt, one of those schools, to proceed in another year.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you should be allowed. I think it should be ineligible.
So let's close the book on this here. So let's all take a vote with raising the hand. How many agree that this rule should not only be adopted by the conference, but be universally adopted in the NCAA?
I think that's a universal there, Brett.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like Wolfie said, once you go NFL, there's no excuse to go back. I mean, that's it. You're done.
So of course, so I guess that the main thing you wanted to talk about really quick, Wolf, before we get to the stuff?
Yeah, that was the main thing. Now, I thought I saw some other NFL news that might need to be brought up, and you all were talking about a lot of stuff earlier on the chat, so I didn't know how much you wanted to talk about that. So,
Nah, I think we were. I know. I was saying to Angel earlier in the week. If you guys didn't know, Patriots traded one of their wide receivers to the Houston Texans for a draft pick. I think
Houston.
Boutte, and I think he's been trying to get out of New England for a while, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any other thing in the chat that I don't think was worthy of talking about.
Well, there was one thing you mentioned to me earlier in the week, Brett, about Najee Harris getting a 1-year contract over there.
Oh yeah, Mikey. I told Mikey because Mike told me about in the chat. I said, might want to save it for the show because he wants to bring up a couple of good points. All right, Mike, let's talk about this real quick. The floor is yours.
Okay, so Najee Harris just signed a 1-year contract to play with the Washington Redskins, Commanders,
with
whatever.
the Giants. With the Giants. It's with the
Or,
Giants.
well, yeah, with the Giants. I'm sorry, not with the Commanders. Never mind about that. Okay, so with the New York Giants. Now, Cam Scatterboo is in great health. They say so far that he's had a great training camp. Now, moving forward, I can see this Najee Harris as being the veteran that he is, since he played a lot with the Pittsburgh Steelers, among other teams. He has the pedigree and he has the knowledge. Cam Scatterboo is only in his second year, and remember, he was injured most of the first season that he came to the NFL to the Giants. So my whole deal about it is that Najee Harris can only be a benefit to Cam, because Cam is a team player, as he always has been, even back in college and even before that. And he will follow Najee Harris's lead. Now, moving forward, does that mean that Najee Harris could start on the first week of the regular season? Yes, very possibly he could. But he could also have Cam there in the backfield helping him out. When you have two running backs like that are so well skilled at what they do, it would be a crime not for the coach to use both of them in a game at different points, but use them both.
I'll add to that because I know Najee Harris is a veteran running back, and Cam Scatterboo is going into his second year, I think.
Right,
so
he is.
The fact of the matter is, if the Giants really want to utilize the max potential on those two running backs, what I would do as the offensive coordinator, and you guys might disagree with me on this, like I said about the one running back, like what I said about the Baltimore Ravens, I would say, use Najee Harris for most of that, but in like certain situations, like in a power set or whatever, use a wildcat package for Cam Scatterboo or something like that.
I was also thinking thinking you could use Cam for short yardage situations because he's going to get you a touchdown. If you're within 10 yards of that end zone, Cam Scatterboo is your deal. He'll get you in there. It don't matter how. He'll get you in. Najee Harris, on the other hand, is great for short yardage situations. If you need definitely a vital third down, and you need a couple yards to whatever, get him, say maybe before the end of a half, you get into a field goal position, things like that. Najee Harris can provide that skill for you. Both of these running backs have such a great skill set that if like I said, if the coach for the New York Giants is smart enough, he'll use them both in different situations, but he'll have them both on the field.
I'd say throw a wildcat package in there just to shake things up a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you disagree, Wolfie? Why do you disagree with that?
I agree on that wildcat package.
Now the only thing I'll add to it is I'm going to throw in an old school perspective. I'm looking at both of their sizes, okay?
Yeah.
One of them's a little bit more broader, a little bit more stocky build. The other one's a little bit more athletic, more quick, agile. I would set up something like the I formation. Have one lined up in fullback, one in halfback, and you can go whichever way you want to go.
And it would confuse the defense a lot.
I know this might jump into the college playbook, but you really want to do that? Put it in like a power pistol set and run the triple option. That'll do the trick.
that too.
That could work for the Giants.
Because how many NFL teams you see in the running the pistol, running the triple option? You know,
Does Lamar run it over in Baltimore?
he does mostly the
Yeah.
zone read. He does mostly the zone read, the read option mostly. I don't
But
think
sometimes he's done pistol option too, hasn't he?
yeah,
Yeah, he has.
Pistol option's mostly been the zone read a lot of the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You know-
but I see where you're going. But I'm saying, if you really, I think if I were the offensive coordinator for the Giants, I'd throw in a little power pistol in the playbook, utilize both running backs. You can run maybe the triple option or something, or maybe a split offset or running the triple option too.
I like the fact that when you just said about the setup between halfback, fullback, Cam Scatterboo, despite his limited experience, has worked. And I saw this at ASU, so I know I'm talking truth about this. When he was at ASU, he played a lot of fullback, and he's very powerful when he comes from the backfield and goes in. Now, Najee Harris has always, as far as I've known, even when he was with Pittsburgh, I had seen Najee Harris be used for a lot of the halfback / the options that they were using, including the Wildcat. And I can see this now. I can see that Cam, being the fullback that he is, can stay in that position. Najee can help him out to make even better moves because we already know Cam's got the strength. He's got the power. All he needs is the moves, and Najee's got that.
And not to mention that you can make a dangerous triple option.
Oh,
It'd be a nasty triple option team, man.
Oh,
I was going to say this, you guys, speaking of going back old school in kind of a way, there is one speedy fullback that Cam Scatterboo kind of reminds me of. Mike Wolf, you never thought of this, but he kind of reminds me of Mike Allstott.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was good.
Tampa Bay, right. I was thinking of that.
Cam Scatterboo kind of got that speedy, bulky, mixed fullback-ish kind of a thing, even though he's technically listed as a running back.
He's a beast.
But he's kind of got that same kind of feature like Mike Allstott had when he played with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and wasn't Allstott originally from Nebraska?
I think. Also,
Purdue University.
Yeah, Purdue, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
One other guy I think of who was like that, he was a big boy playing running back for the New York Giants. And that another comparison for Scatterboo with Ron Dane.
Ron Dane from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, wasn't at Wisconsin, wasn't he a big freaking trucker of a running back? Ron
Dane was huge. Yeah.
Yep.
I need to get in this. I gotta get in this. None of them have shit on Cordell Stewart.
Okay.
Okay, he's not wrong.
That's not wrong. The guy I was thinking of from Nebraska was Tom Rathman, who used to play for the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a beast. Tom Rathman was a beast.
I was thinking Rex Burkhead.
Oh, okay. He's not bad either. But Rathman was the man for me.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on and let's get to the meat and potatoes of what everybody came here for. All right, we are going to review week 2 of the NFL season, of the NFL preseason, and if of course you missed the stuff that is said backstage, but we were talking backstage, and it sounds like it was more floppy than it was more saggy than a bad excuse for a pancake breakfast. So, all right, so let's starting out on Thursday, August 26th. August 20th, 2026, my bad. So the first game was the Las Vegas Raiders at the Houston Texans. And Angel's going to like this. In an upset, the Las Vegas Raiders defeated the Houston Texans 22-20.
I know. I can't believe it.
Believe it.
Every dog has its day.
How many losers did we have on that, Wolf?
Everybody but one, I think.
You, Brett, and Ted were the losers.
Wow.
So I called that one. I picked the Raiders to win on the road. Nice.
Yeah, I went with Vegas as well.
That was a ballsy ass pick too.
I know, but man, but it was so close. That was the whole thing.
It was. I never thought Houston would lose at home.
Down I mean, it literally came down to like less than 2 minutes, and I'm like, and wow,
All right. Next game, I think Mikey had the right pick on this one. The San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Chargers. San Francisco 41, Chargers 17.
Yeah, they crushed them. Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, me, Brett, and Ted zonked that one, and Angel, D-Man, and Michael got that one.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely 49ers won that one.
Next up, on Friday, August 21st,
This was the shocker.
Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody pretty much saw this coming. The New York Jets upset the Steelers 17-0.
I know.
And they shut them out at home, even though it's preseason. What the hell?
That's an ugly loss.
I think only one person went on an island and picked the Jets, I think.
Nobody.
No, we all went with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We went with Steelers on that one. We did.
I kind of feel like we got the college game day curse. Jeff, you know what I'm referring to, like what Kirk Herbstreit said. Whenever one team goes, whenever the panelists all go one way, the other team ends up winning.
Yeah.
You guys know I'm not wrong about that.
NFL. Okay.
All right. So, next up, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Carolina pulls it out by 17 points, 34-17.
Yeah. Who lost on that one?
Oh, I did.
D-Man is the only winner of that one.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
God, we all called Jacksonville. That's right, because I was going with Ted on that one, because we thought Jacksonville at home, no problem, right? They were gonna beat them up, and and wow, Ted, boy, I feel bad, man.
Yeah, Carolina is more of a force than we thought.
Oh
Some people are even predicting Carolina to take the NFC South crown this year.
It's possible. I'm still on the fence on that one.
All right.
So it's possible.
Next pick.
Next.
Green Bay at Denver. I know Caitlin Blake in the chat's going to love this, and I know my brother is too. Green Bay 33, Denver 13.
I was the only one to pick Green Bay.
Wow.
You lucky bastard.
You picked them?
Who was the only one to pick Green Bay?
Thank God.
Yep, I was the only one that went with him. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
wow!
Now,
the Wolfman. I'm telling you.
moving on to Saturday, August 22nd.
Okay.
First game. Sorry, Mike. I know you prefer to use the old name, so just for you, I'll use the old name.
Thank you.
The Washington Redskins, Commanders, at the Detroit Lions. At home, Detroit 17, Washington 13.
I know. A close game.
Yeah, it was a good game. Me and Ted got that one.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I think we pretty much all got this one, so this is probably a universal win. Buffalo at Cleveland. Buffalo 31, Cleveland 7.
Yeah, that was a clean sweep right there.
Speaking of Cleveland, I was going to say they announced news last weekend and earlier this week. They have named Deshaun Watson the starter.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, seriously.
He's gonna get buried. Deshaun Watson, not one of the best quarterbacks. He's not the worst, okay? But in my honest opinion, you better be looking for some backup by week 3 or 4. He's gonna get killed.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. By week 2 or week 3, he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna be out.
Hey, Wolfie, guys. I realized that Deshaun Watson was starring in a football musical called Constipation. The only problem is it hasn't come out yet. There's your roast. There's your roast of the Cleveland Browns tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all week.
There you go. Okay.
Anyway, moving on to the next game. Atlanta at Indianapolis. I did not see this one coming. Atlanta 34, Indianapolis 6.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Who won that one?
Angel and Mikey were the daredevils on that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling about those Falcons. Yeah. They needed a win, and I think they proved it to me that they needed it more than the Colts. So that's why I picked them.
All right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Next game. Baltimore at Minnesota. I was flip-flopping between this, but last week I did pick Baltimore because I said Minnesota's going to be weak on defense because they lost Adams for the year. And sure enough, my prediction was right. Baltimore 13, Minnesota 3.
Yeah, we all clean slated that one.
We did. Yeah, I
All
called
right.
Baltimore too because I can't go against them. Like I said, Mark Andrews, tight end, one of the best in the NFL. You can't
All
pick against him.
All right. So you know how we were all ratting on making fun of New Orleans so badly in the talk show a number of weeks ago?
Yes.
Well, this has more reason to do it. Next game on the list, New Orleans at the Rams. Rams 34, Saints nothing.
Yep. We all knew that one was coming.
Yeah. Did the Saints even show up, guys? I don't even know. I watched some highlights of that game. It didn't even look like they showed up. I think they put a college team out there. I think that's what it was.
I think the fact of the matter is they were all trying to take X-Lax after going to a cheese tour in Wisconsin.
I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like I said, of course, that was Act 2 of the musical Constipation. Still hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to recycle that joke.
What's the next one?
All right, next game. The New York Giants at the Miami Dolphins. The Giants slay the fish, 26-3.
We all picked them right, didn't we? I think we all picked them.
No, it was me and D-Man. Everybody else was leaning towards Miami because Miami needed it more, but they just slopped it.
Okay, next pick. I'm glad D-Man is not here because he would go on a tirade. Chicago at Cincinnati. Cincinnati 27, Chicago 9.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we all thought that one.
Yeah,
Like I
those
said,
bad news. Yeah, bad news bears let us down.
You guys would agree if D-Man were here and I announced that he'd go off on a tirade.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility that might be why he's not here?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Next game. I know you're not visible on the webcam, Angel, but put them up. New England, Philadelphia at New England. New England 24, Philadelphia 21.
Wow.
All right, so we were 50-50 on that one.
Hold on. I turned my camera on for a reason. Because we're going to talk some shit about that game, yo. We the ones, baby. Yo, that quarterback, that last 2 minutes of that game was the best fucking part of the game. The last 2 minutes of that game was the best part of that game.
Wow.
Hands down. Hands down.
I didn't see it. I'll have to go watch the highlights. So
No, I agree with him. I saw the highlight.
So next game on the list. This should have actually, I don't know if we picked this as the game of the week, but with the score, it should have been game of the week. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 16, Kansas City 15.
Wow.
I was the only one that went with Kansas City, but so everybody else was right.
I know we didn't make that game of the week, but that should have been game of the week.
I honestly thought Philadelphia New England was going to be the game of the week, and it was a good game. So
next game, Dallas at Arizona. Well, the Cowboys shoved a boot up Arizona's ass by the score of 34-13.
Hey, I just got one name for you, Joe Milton III.
I heard he played pretty good in that game.
He is the most consistent quarterback Dallas has had in probably 2 decades.
20 years, easy. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him as a solid QB2 to Dak this year.
Yeah.
I see him taking over the starting job. I really do.
He might.
He might.
All right. Then next up, Sunday, August 23rd, Seattle at Tennessee, and this was a shocker. Tennessee 19, Seattle 16.
Yeah, I know. What about that?
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah, we kind of knew it. Remember, Wolfie? We picked Tennessee.
Yeah. Me, Ted, D-Man, and Mikey.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
So, okay, so I'm probably not going to ask. We all had pretty embarrassing weeks this week, but who came out on top, Wolf?
Okay, there was a 3-way tie for the first place spot. At 9 and 7, it was me, D-Man, and Mikey at the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have a record below 500 this week.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, so the other ones, Angel was 8 and 8. Ted was 7 and 9. And Brett brings in the egg of the week. It was 6 and 10.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, Brett. Oh, I'm mourning your demise, man. I knew that first week was I hope that wasn't an aberration. Your first week.
So on a 2-week total here, we have a 5-way tie for the top spot after 2 weeks at 21 and 12. And the only one that is not in that tie is Angel. He's at 17 and 16.
Okay.
Damn.
But hey, everybody's over 500, so applause to that.
We're doing good. We're all at 21 and 12. We're doing great, man.
Okay. All right, Wolfie, if you're ready, let's move to week 3.
I've got the chart up ready to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with Mikey, and then we're going to work our way around. I know Jeff's not going to pick, so Jeff, if you want to go ahead and drop from the panel, you can.
Oh, I'm listening.
All right. So, Mikey, we're going to start off with you. These are the games on Thursday, August 27th, 2026. Of course, we'll go one at a time, and we'll go around the horn.
I see them.
From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, Pittsburgh at Buffalo.
Okay, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Buffalo is doing really well. And believe it or not, their 2-0 record shows it. I gotta say, Buffalo over Pittsburgh by at least a touchdown at home. I'm picking Buffalo.
We're not picking the spread on week 3.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Week 3 preseason, but do you want that as a bonus pick?
Sure, I'll take that as a bonus.
All right, Wolf, write that down. All right,
Wolfie's got the notebook over there.
Let's swing it over to Angel. Angel, who do you got? It's Pittsburgh at Buffalo.
You know Angel's picking Buffalo.
All right. I am going to pick Buffalo, but I'm going to say, listen. Here's the problem. Yo, starters come out the last game of preseason.
That's true.
I'm going to say Buffalo by 14.
That's a good pick. I mean,
that is good.
I don't know how I'm going to do about this. I'll wait till I get to Ted and Wolf because I'm going to go last because rule of thumb, guys, if I'm the announcer, I'm going last on this. So,
okay.
Let's throw it over to Ted. Teddy, who do you got?
Yeah,
bro?
I definitely have Buffalo. I think it could be as short as a 10-point game, but I definitely see him being at least 10. But yeah, it should be Buffalo.
Okay, Wolf, I know you're not picking spread on this one unless you want to do the bonus pick, but who do you got?
Yeah, I've got Buffalo, especially after that showing against the Jets.
You ain't kidding.
Even though, I'm going to say this. For country cash, Buffalo.
There you go.
All right. Next game on the list. I'm even surprised with the spread on this one, Angel, but our Patriots at the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, don't even ask. We all going to pick the Patriots.
This is a clean slate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all picking the Patriots.
All right. Yeah, everybody is.
I already roasted Deshaun Watson earlier. I'm not going to roast the Browns any worse than that. But here's funny. So even though this isn't going to count, but this is how ridiculous this is. They actually have the spread at New England by 3 over Cleveland.
No way.
I think it's going to be better than that.
Wow.
Well, I wish I had some money. I'd be putting a bunch of money down.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll overbet that spread in Vegas, man. Definitely.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna put like
That's insane.
100 by 10.
Okay.
You know, Angel, you're gonna like mine then. Wolfie, this is my bonus pick for this one. Patriots by 21.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that
think
sounds about right.
Cleveland's got no defense, and the Patriots are just gonna run and throw all over them. I don't know who the backup is to May, but I know he's gonna play.
Yo,
And
what the heck is that kid's name? Yo, I'm telling you, the last
Tommy
2
DeVito.
minutes, that kid was up. No, not DeVito. It
Okay.
wasn't DeVito. It was the punter.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they had that backup quarterback who played
Mo-
punter.
Yeah,
We
but
haven't
he
seen anything
went
like
in
that
the
since
past
Tupa.
2.
Baron Morton. Is that who?
Okay.
Cordell
Okay,
Stewart.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go one up on you there, Brett. You made your bonus pick at 21. I'll say you New England by 28.
That's a
Nice.
good pick,
Ouch.
Wolf. That's a good pick. All right.
Oh, he's good.
Next game.
Okay. Hold on. I got one more thing. Cleveland's gonna score at least 3 points.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's actually kind of logical. So, and the game.
So they're not going to get shut out. They're not going to get blown
No,
out.
they won't get shut out. They'll get
Angel-
3.
Angel, one more thing though. The game is in Cleveland,
Right.
and we both know the Patriots.
Oh man,
And Angel, you and I both agree with our Patriots. We have a good history of having a good winning streak in Cleveland.
Mhm.
So
yes, and I'm gonna tell you that there's gonna be diarrhea all over the field because the Brownies are gonna be slipping in their own shit.
Or don't you mean the Dog Pound fans will be slipping their own crap?
Hold on. Here's a bonus question. What do you guys think? Is the Dolphins going to have more wins than Cleveland, or is Cleveland going to have more wins than the Dolphins? Because I see them both as shitbird teams. What do you guys think? Who's going to have the worst record, the Dolphins or the Browns?
The Browns are going to have the worst record.
I
I
think
still see
the
Dolphins
Dolphins are
winning
going to
a
have
few
at least.
games.
I'm going to say Dolphins are going to have at least 1 to 2 more wins than the Browns this year.
At least.
Yeah.
By the way, hey Wolf, Jeff dropped. Check your audio.
Whoops.
Yeah, Wolfie's definitely lost his audio.
All right.
All right, I'm back.
All right. So next game. I want to see how this goes with everybody. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, the San Francisco 49ers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Mikey, you're obvious. I know who you're picking, but go.
Okay. Now, I'm going to pick the 49ers. However, I'm going to say that this game, if I can make another bonus spread, I'm saying 49ers walk into Allegiant Stadium and win by 5 points.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
5 points.
All
And
right,
I'll tell you quickly why.
That's good.
Okay, Angel. I know you've been on the Raiders train this year, so you
Yeah.
sticking with the train, or are you jumping off the train on this one?
I'm sorry, it's my Niners. It's my Niners. That's all I gotta say. My Niners are taking it.
Okay.
I agree. Definitely.
All right.
I agree too.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, Ted, who do you got? Ted?
Ted?
Yeah, I'm going 49ers too. They look pretty 49ers.
All right,
Yeah,
how
look
about you?
impressive.
How about you, Wolf? Can you
Okay,
hear
you're all making me want to be a daredevil. I'm going to say Las Vegas just for spite.
All right,
Hey,
I'm going
can
to
I-
go in. I'm going to go majority, and I'm going to say 49ers actually get it done.
Yeah, I say it too. But can I also tell you, to me, this 49er Raider game is so important. Either team has to win, especially, though, the 49ers. Because don't forget, the following week, they have to travel all the way, God-forsaken, across the world to be there in Melbourne, Australia, to face their rival, the Rams. So a victory in Las Vegas Den would be a huge morale booster going into
Oh, yeah.
Melbourne.
but
I
it's
think
never
so.
happening. Yeah, it's
All
never
right.
happening.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So the
that's
night
that's my game of the week. I will nominate the 49ers and Raiders as my game of the week.
I have a better one for game of the week. I'm going to say if Wolf is thinking the same thing I'm thinking. So
I'm thinking the game that we're fixing to talk about is the game of the week.
all right, next game, the Battle of Los Angeles from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Yep, I'm dubbing this matchup the Battle of Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to be the home team in this. Let's start with Mikey. Who do you got?
I gotta say the Rams. I gotta say the Rams.
Angel, who do you got?
Yeah. I say Rams.
What do you say?
Oh,
Oh, he's clearing his throat.
the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ted?
Yeah.
I have the Rams as
I'm going
the
with the
way
Rams.
too early. I think the Rams are going to make the Super Bowl. Okay, so I picked the Rams, but I'm doing an early prediction that they're going to be in the Super Bowl. The Rams have a loaded roster.
All right, Wolf, who do you got?
No way.
I got the Chargers.
Good.
Wow.
You know, I am going to make a bonus pick on this one. I am going to say, of course, the spread according to this is the Chargers by 4. I'm going to say the Rams by 1 point.
Oh, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close. Under 7 points, probably.
All right. So here are the games on Friday, August 28th. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, Washington Redskins Commanders at the Baltimore Ravens. Mikey?
Wow.
Yeah. You know, that's what I hate. When there's, like I said, there's 4 teams I'm following during the regular season and into the playoffs. And Washington and Baltimore are 2 of those teams.
Yeah, Washington's
Now,
much improved.
both of them are going to be doing their starters, right? Week 3 or preseason week 3.
Yeah.
They're going to be doing their starters. I think what it comes down to, I want to say that if Lamar goes down the field and does a few plays to start, and he goes down the field and scores right away, Baltimore will win. But if Jaden Daniels comes in and he scores before Lamar does, and if Lamar can only get maybe a field goal out of it or something, Washington wins. So I'm trying to figure out in my mind really quick who is going to be the quicker quarterback to score first. And I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, and I'm picking the Redskins. And that's going to be my final spread pick. I'm picking the Redskins to win by a field goal, 3 points.
All right. What say you, Angel? Who do you got? Do you got the Commanders or do you got the Ravens at home?
I'm sorry, but you know what? I totally agree with Mikey. You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Lamar suffered a little pussy injury last year. Yo, he's bound to get hurt. He's probably gonna get hurt in the first 4 plays of this game. Okay?
Maybe.
And he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Okay? They still have not released full diagnosis of last year's freaking injury. Okay? They just say he was injured. Okay? So
they've been keeping it pretty close to the best. Yeah, Angel, they've been keeping it pretty close to the best of how severe it was.
Yeah.
Let's remember Jaden Daniels was out too.
He was too, yes.
So with that being said, Angel, your pick is Washington, correct?
You still going with the Redskins?
Yep.
All right, let's throw
yes,
it to
I am.
Ted, who do you got, buddy?
Yeah, let me see here. This is such a tough one. I almost have this game being a tie. Usually when I'm stuck like this, I go for the home team. So I'm going to say Baltimore by 1 point or whatever. Baltimore.
All right, what about you, Wolf?
I'm so stuck on that game.
I got Baltimore by 3 touchdowns.
Wow. All right.
What?
All right. So I'm going to finally say this.
No, Wolfie, it will not be that much.
I will
Jeff, if you're in the chat, you're gonna like what I say next.
Wolfie, I will put a $10 bet on that. That's less than 3 touchdowns.
Angel, I haven't been working for over a year. I don't have any money to bet on, but if I did, I would say game on that
All
one.
right.
But okay.
So
You got
Jeff,
you guys got to bet hair. We got to bet hair.
so Jeff and Illuminati, you're gonna like this. To quote a famous college football guy, great pick, Wolf and Teddy. Not so fast, Mikey and Angel. The inside zone, pistol zone read run game of Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry's too much for the Commanders to handle. I got the Ravens winning at home. I'm going to go with Wolfie. I'm going to go by at least 14 points.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
Jeff, I said not so fast. All right. So the next game on the list, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida, in Ted's backyard. Atlanta at the Fish, Miami. Mikey, who do you got?
I cannot, in all honesty, pick the Dolphins at all. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Teddy, but I got the Falcons. They're gonna beat them up. I'm sorry.
All right, Angel, how about you, bro?
I'm going to the ATL, baby. Them dirty
All right.
birds.
Yeah,
All right.
remember they won last week too. But yeah,
All right, Ted, are you staying loyal to Miami,
No,
or are you
hell
going to
no.
go against them on this one?
I might go against them all damn year. Yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm definitely going Atlanta, and I think Tua. They're going to give him a chance to light up his whole team, and I believe he will. I think Tua. They're going to use it as a Tua revenge game, and I think Tua is going to light the Dolphins up. So I see him beating Miami by 14 plus.
Is that your bonus pick for that one, Ted?
Yeah.
All right,
how many more bonus picks do I have, guys?
I think we're only going 3 for the NFL, and I think we're going 3 for college.
Well, I mean, we were only doing 3 for the college football because the college football is regular season. We weren't even doing it for the NFL, but if we're going to stick to the rules, we'll say 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this like my third and final pick? Because I know I've done 2 other ones.
You have done 3.
I have.
3.
Okay,
Mhm.
then never mind. But I think it's going to be much more. I won't say how much more, but I think.
How many bonuses do I already have in Wolf? I think I have 2, don't I?
No, you've done 3.
Okay.
I've done 2, I think.
Speaking of which, Wolf, it's your turn.
Ted's done 1 and I've done 2. And so oh yeah, and then Angel's done 1.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
speaking of turns, Wolf, it's your turn. Who do you got, Atlanta or Miami?
Come on, Wolf.
I know Wolfie's going to pick Miami. Watch.
No, he's not.
Actually, I was going to say a Falcon slips on a Dolphins fin every once in a while. I've got Miami slipping in.
I knew it. I knew he was going to pick Miami.
Oh man!
Again, I'm going to have to do this. Not so fast, Wolf.
I knew you
I've
said
got
that.
Atlanta had a good showing last week. Dolphins are slipping on ice faster than Ted's ass after a Burger King buffet. I have got Atlanta winning by at least 3 touchdowns. I know I don't have any more bonus picks, but I'm just going to say Atlanta wins. So
Yeah.
all right, next game from Bank. Sorry, Ted, I had to use that Burger King. You can kick my ass later.
Ooh, I don't know. This one might be a game of the week caliber too.
From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, the Houston Texans at the Carolina Panthers. Go ahead, Mike.
I got to go with the Panthers. I am not picking the Texans at all this year.
All right.
I will not. Even with that acquirement that they got. No, I can't.
All right, Angel. Who do you got? You got Houston or you got Carolina?
I'm going Carolina. I am definitely going Carolina on this one.
Yeah, Carolina, I got to go with them too because look at the chemistry that team's already has. I mean, they're definitely winning a lot. I just think Houston right now, something wrong with that chemistry. So I'm going to pick Carolina too.
All right, Wolf, are you going on an island? And are you going to pick Houston, or are you going to go with the crowd and go with Carolina?
No, he'll pick Carolina.
No,
Wolfie ain't that dumb.
I'm
He ain't that
going
dumb.
Carolina. I ain't going. I ain't going to be that stupid now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Carolina too. I mean, Houston. Every time, the last couple of times I picked Houston, I lost. I'm not going to let lightning strike my ass 3 times. Okay, that's worse than me after going to the bathroom after having too much Miralax. Okay, let's just put it that way. So I'm going to go with Carolina on that one. All right, next up, the Battle of New York.
Oh,
From
God.
MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Giants versus Jets. The Jets are the home team. Go, Mikey.
Wait. You said Rutherford. That's the Rutherford's the Giants.
And the Jets play there too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Playing the same,
Yeah,
same,
I did not know
stadium.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they share the same stadium.
I had no idea.
You know what? I'm going to say this once. The Jets got lucky last week. It's not going to happen again. Giants will destroy them. I'm going with the Giants.
All right. Angel, Giants or Jets?
I know. I'm thinking about
I
picking the
bleed red, white, and blue. I'm going Giants.
All right. Ted, how about you, bro?
I'm actually really tempted to take a leap of faith here with the Jets, man. Who did the Jets beat last week? It was
Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
yeah, this is a really big temptation, guys. I mean, I'm going to go with the Giants, but I'm almost wanting to pick the Jets.
Wolfie, are you going to pull the trigger or no?
Jets. Jets.
Okay, my pick. I'm going to sum this up in 2 words. Mikey, you're going to like this. Cam Scattaboo. I got the Giants.
There you go.
Next game from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. The inner battle of Florida. Tampa Bay at Jacksonville. Go, Mikey.
Ooh.
Okay. I think I said this before in previous streams. Tampa Bay is one of those teams you don't want to overlook this year. And I still believe that they have a power enough team to compete in the NFC, right? NFC South. I got to say, Tampa Bay is going to beat Jacksonville at their place at home.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Angel, your turn, bro. Tampa Bay or Jacksonville?
Yo, I got not so fast, Mike. Okay.
All right.
Yo, Trevor Lawrence comes out and plays the way he plays, like he's been playing. Jacksonville's taking Tampa. I'm sorry, so I gotta say Jacksonville.
Well, you're
Okay.
adopting my mannerisms, Angel. At least imitations is a sheer form of flattery. Thank you. All right, Ted.
Yeah, I think after that beatdown they got, I think they're going to recover and getting the starters playing. I think Jacksonville's going to recover and they're going to win.
All right, Wolf.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I've got Jaguars. I say by 3. It's going to be a close game, but Jacksonville.
All right. So Tampa Bay had a huge close win last week at Kansas City. They're gonna beam. They're beaming on a high level right there. Jacksonville is gonna pounce and rip that flag to shreds. I have got the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home.
Okay.
All right. Next game from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The crap-ass New Orleans Saints at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, they're going to get mauled.
Oh, I told you guys I really hate Dallas, but I cannot in all good conscience say that the Saints are going to come out with a victory. There's no way. Okay, the boys, they'll just kill them at home, get it over with, put them out of their misery. It's over. So Dallas will win that game.
All right. Angel, who do you got?
I don't want to say this, I really don't want to say this, but unfortunately, I have to pick the Dallas.
All right. Ted, how about you?
Yeah, I just can't go against the Cowboys. I got to go with the Cowboys.
How about you, Wolf?
Cowboys.
Okay. I have another one here.
And hold on. 1 second. The reason why I don't want to pick the Cowboys is because that's my wife's team. Okay.
That's a pretty good reason.
That's the
Yeah, that's a
only,
damn good
that's the only
reason.
reason why I don't want to pick them.
Okay. So I have a joke for this one, guys. So I'm sorry, this is one of my only adult jokes I'm going to tell in this stream tonight. So shoot me later, Wolf. But New Orleans got whipped and chained worse last week than Ted being a master in a BDSM club. I have got the Cowboys winning big over the Saints this week.
Yeah, the Saints have got it worse than when Arch Manning was there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And that draft, they did a pretty much shitty draft picks except for one, I think.
All right. So the next game from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Arizona at Green Bay.
Arizona,
Mikey, go.
Green Bay. I'm telling you, Arizona, in my estimation, has never really had any luck, none whatsoever, when they go further north than they're supposed to, out of their comfort zone. And that being said, I definitely think they're going to rest some of their starters because they've already played 3 games. And if they play a 4th one, it might be too much for them.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're going to rest most of their starters, and they're just going to, I mean, that's what I would do since you've already played 3 games and the Hall of Fame game on top of that. So I would say Green Bay is going to beat the Cardinals at home in Lambeau Field.
Okay, Angel, your pick.
I say that Arizona's going to use their starters for the first quarter. And if that happens, Arizona's taking it. I'm taking Arizona.
All right. Ted, how about you?
No, I can't see it. What they did last week, I truly believe they're going to just beat them. They're just going to win.
All right. So who do you got, Wolf?
I got the Cheeseheads.
All right. For Caitlin and my brother Jeff and my brother-in-law Bob, I have got the Green Bay Packers at home.
Oh.
All right. Now the next game, this is my nomination for Game of the Week. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, the Seattle Seahawks at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is my nomination for Game of the Week.
Yeah, it just don't have the zest that it did like 3 years ago. It just
Still, I mean, still, as
go.
as we all know very well, it's still preseason, and even though both these teams come into this not doing so well, they're both 0-2. You know what? I got to give a slight edge to the Chiefs at home at Arrowhead. I think they're going to win out this game moving forward, and it may help them going into week 1 of the regular season and maybe beyond that. So, because as last that I checked, you still got Kelsey there, you got Mahomes there,
you got Kenneth Walker the third at halfback.
Kenneth Walker. I mean, yeah, I'm taking KC at home in the battle of the losers here.
All right, Angel. How about you, bro?
I'm taking the Seahawks.
Wow.
Yeah.
How come there, Angel?
Said too. I think Seattle needs to get on track, and they need that win even more than Kansas City. So I think they're going to pull out an upset. So I'm going with Seattle too.
You know what? They're the Super Bowl champs. They should not be 0-2 in the preseason. Okay?
Yeah,
They
I
need
see them
to
getting
prove
that
that
online.
they are.
Yeah.
Because if
All right.
not,
I see them
If
where
the
they have to have this win.
lose this game, if the Seahawks lose this game, dude, don't even talk to me about playoffs.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
damn
here's my viewpoint on the Seahawks. Okay, what are the two things you have got to have in order to be a successful team?
A good running back, and now they traded him away. So I mean, I'm tempted.
You got to have a good running game, and you got to have an excellent secondary on defense. And what did they do? They went and got rid of every single one of them.
Yeah,
I mean, you're probably right.
And-
Kansas City is the smart pick here.
Kansas City is the smart pick here.
It is.
And also to back up Wolfie's point, at Seattle, like they know the reason they won last year was their defense. It wasn't just Sam Darnold throwing around the field and
What was that, Kenneth Walker? I mean, that running back racked up all of the yards.
Walker was great. I won't take that away from him. What I'm saying is that the defense.
Yeah, I'm changing my pick. I can't go with the damn Sea Chickens. All right, I'm going back with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm just saying that at one time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying at one time, Seattle, and I know they beat up on my Niners this way, was their defense.
I mean, I can't remember. I can't remember their safety's name, but he was the one that had almost 14 interceptions last year on that Seattle defense, and he's not there anymore. So
correct. So I'm thinking Chiefs because of that. Yeah.
All right, Wolfie.
Change my pick. I normally don't change, but I'm gonna change. I'm not picking them damn Sea Chickens.
So, Wolf, you haven't made an official pick yet. So,
yeah.
I think I've made it. I think I've made it perfectly clear there, Brett. I'm going Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolfie, I can't go against the damn Chiefs right now.
I'm going to say Kansas City because Taylor Swift is not going to be there.
Right.
Yeah, Wolfie brought up a lot of good points.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the next game on the list, Cincinnati at Philadelphia. The game is in Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Go, Mikey.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Well, I cannot, and I will not vote for the Eagles. So I am going Cincinnati on the road, beating Philadelphia. I'm going for the Bengals.
All right. What about you, Angel?
I don't know. The way the Eagles played that game last week against New England, that was an intense game. I'm going Philly by 5.
Ooh, that's 2 within the actual spread. Nice pick, Angel. All right, Teddy, who do you got, bro?
Yeah, I think Philly after that little sting of last week, I think they're and they hung with the with the Patriots. So I really think they got a pretty good team. I think they're going to win.
All right. What about you, Wolf?
You pick first, Brett.
Okay, so before I picked the Philadelphia-Cincinnati game, I was going to go back to Arizona and Green Bay with news that earlier last week or over the weekend, the Arizona Cardinals did release running back Trey Benson, by the way.
Yeah.
So
which was a big mistake.
Yeah. So I'm going to go now to this game. I think I know which way Wolfie's going to pick. So good pick to the rest of you guys who picked Philadelphia. Not so fast, Wolf.
I'm telling you right now, Wolfie is definitely picking Cincinnati.
That's why I said not so fast, Wolf.
He's picking Cincy.
Pistol inside zone run game for the Eagles is going to be too much for the Bengals to handle. Philadelphia wins at home.
Yeah, but now here's the important thing to remember about Cincinnati. Is Joe Burrow going to play the first couple of series?
He's playing the entire first half.
First half. That's why I got to go with the Bengals. Because Burrow's not going to fuck up. He's not going to mess up. So no, I'm picking the Bengals for that.
Since you wanted to pick last, Wolf, was I right to say to you not so fast?
I almost picked the Bengals.
I was going to say I don't think so, Brett. I was going to pull a home improvement.
Nice.
Who's your pick, bro?
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
right.
There we go.
So, by the way, guys, the Cincinnati-Philadelphia game is going to be on network television. It will be televised by CBS.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right. So the nightcap from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. The Minnesota Vikings at the Denver Broncos. Mikey, go.
I don't know.
Ooh.
This one.
This would have been my second game of the week if I didn't pick the first one. But Minnesota Denver. That's gonna be a tough one. I gotta say, I'm gonna give Denver Broncos a slight edge at home, only because Minnesota, if they may, like I said, Minnesota will probably play a couple starters that game, but Denver's going to play pretty much all their starters that game, and because they'll have a bit more experience on the field, that's why I'm going with the Broncos. So I'm going to say the Broncos in a close game, though, on that Friday night.
Okay, Angel, your pick, buddy. Vikings or the Broncos?
You know what? I gotta go purple and white on this, and I gotta go Minnesota.
Really? You're going to pick Minnesota? Shit.
Wow.
I got to go Denver. Denver has not been playing good. They're overdue for a good game. I'm going Denver.
Yeah.
All right, Wolf, your turn.
I got Minnesota.
Not so fast, Wolf and Angel. Pretty much, the Minnesota Vikings are going to be on a ship. The riders on the Broncos are going to be shooting incendiary rounds into that ship, and that ship's going to sink. I got the Broncos winning at home. All right, so that's all the games on Friday, August 28th. There are only 2 games on Saturday, August 29th.
Right.
So here are the only 2, and this concludes week 3 after this.
Right.
So, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana, the Detroit Lions at the Indianapolis Colts. Go, Mikey.
Okay. Let's see. Lions did pretty well last week, but it was a narrow victory over my Redskins. But you know what? Indianapolis Colts, they remind me of a horse with 4 bad feet. 4 bad hooves. Detroit Lions are going to maul them and eat them in their stadium. I picked the Lions.
All right, Angel, who do you got?
I'm going with the Lions.
All right, so Angel's picking the Lions. How about you, Ted?
Who is against the Lions?
Lions and the Colts.
Man, the Colts have been looking like shit. I'm definitely going with the Lions.
Okay, Wolf, how about you?
Detroit.
I guess I'm on an island here. Indianapolis, this is must win to finish out their preseason strong. They need this. I got Colts pulling the upset at home.
Wow.
The only reason why I got a strong lean towards Detroit right now is because they now got Josh Dobbs back. Look at his stats last week alone.
Okay.
And you know what? You know, I was going to tell you not so fast there, Brett. You remind me of a guy who walked out to the edge of the skywalk over the Grand Canyon and decided to put his feet over the edge.
Hey, Mikey, not to make a fat joke about myself, but I did get stuck in the Grand Canyon once.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Afterwards, they
Poor boy. I feel bad
Afterwards,
for
they
you.
kicked me out of the park, and I had to go to a Walmart and sit on them and make them lower their prices.
Was it the real Grand Canyon? For real? You got lost there? Or was it a female?
Who knows, Ted?
Okay.
Anyway, I decided to throw a couple of jokes in there, guys. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to use that analogy, but you are definitely on an island, and your legs are down over the edge.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, it's Wolfie football time. It's Tanda time, guys.
Yep. So here's the last game that concludes week 3. I think this could also be a game of the week candidate, but I want to see what everybody thinks. But I know I picked mine, but I'm saying if I had an alternative game of the week, this would be it. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, D-Man Chicago Bears at the Tennessee Titans. Mikey, go.
I'm sorry, D-Man. I got to go with Tennessee Titans, but they're going to win a very close game at home.
All right, Angel, how about you, bro?
Ooh. I'm sorry. But Mike, you picked a team that's worse than a nun on her period. Okay, black, white, and red all over. Okay.
We're going with the roast tonight. We're going with
All
the
right. I'm going with the Chicago Bears.
All right, Teddy, how about you, bro?
I love Cam Ward, but I think Chicago, after that really bad game, I think they're gonna bounce back.
That's what I think. They're not going to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, I got the Bears.
To you guys, so to Teddy, to Angel, and to Wolfie, not so fast. Tennessee concludes preseason undefeated. I've got the Titans winning at home.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a very close game there, Brett.
You know, Mikey, interesting enough, according to this, the spread actually has the Titans by 3.
Oh, well, there we go. I mean, that's close enough. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our picks for the NFL final week of the preseason. Now, we're not finished yet picking, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight we are picking week 0 of the college football season. We are going
College
to pick
football is here, folks.
Yep. 7. So we're going to be picking. Now we're going to do. I think we agreed we're going to do 7 out of the 8 games, right, Wolf?
Yeah, we're doing. It's 8 games that we're picking. We're doing the pick plus the margin of victory, and then up to 3 bonus picks like we did with the NFL.
So to show Mikey how this works, I'll go first to get this started. And then we'll go back to the regular stuff. So the first game, this is on Saturday, August 29th, this Saturday. The first game, a neutral site game from Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. North Carolina versus TCU. The spread is TCU by 8. Now, people have been I'm going to go first to show Mikey how we do this. So people are saying about the whole thing between TCU, but a lot of people are talking about North Carolina. TCU, I know they lost their quarterback to the transfer portal last offseason, but TCU is not getting the respect they're getting. I hate to say this, but the former coach Belichick, you guys are going to start 0-1. I have the Horned Frogs winning in Dublin. And I think the spread is going to be by 4. All right, Mikey, you want to take the reins of the next one?
Okay, let's see. So the next game, we go on to the next game, right? So
No. It's the same game, but you're just making your pick.
Oh, I see.
So this is the game in Dublin,
I gotta say, yeah, I can see that Aviva Stadium in Dublin. You know, North Carolina is not really a good road team per se. And I've seen TCU go into more hostile places and usually come out with an upset. I got to tell you, and the game's both on Disney Plus and ESPN, I got to say TCU is going to show up and they're going to dominate North Carolina in Dublin, Ireland. So I'm picking TCU on that game.
How many points?
By how much?
How many points? I'll see 10 points. I'll go with 10 points.
That's pretty reasonable.
The spread is about 7 point.
Yeah,
the line is 7.5.
We don't know two halves. We round it up, so it's TCU by 8 is the initial.
Yeah. If the spread's 0.5, we round up or round down. So
yeah, that's fine. So I'm picking them by 10. I'm saying TCU will win by 10 points.
Okay, Angel, who's your pick and how many points?
It's at North Carolina, right?
I'd say,
North Carolina, or is it neutral?
It's neutral. It's in Dublin, Ireland.
Okay.
So, Angel, you're up.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say it like
gonna
this. I'm gonna say it like this. Belichick was a great NFL coach, but he don't know shit about college. All right. TCU by 15.
Ooh, that's a
15.
good
Wow.
pick.
Okay.
That's a good pick. Teddy, who do you got?
TCU. I'm trying to think how many points. I'm gonna go 9. 9 points.
That's not bad. Okay, Wolfie, you're last. Who do you got?
Okay. So I've got TCU by 5, and here's why I say that. TCU did lose Hoover to Indiana, and they lost their halfback. So they're starting fresh on that aspect. But their new halfback has a 4.140, I think is what I've read. So there's speed there. So I say TCU by 5, and there'll be 200 rush yards.
Okay, that's not a bad pick.
So mine is pretty good, right? I said 10 points TCU. So
All right,
Okay.
Mikey. Now you got the hang of things on this one. We're gonna go back like we did with the NFL order, but you pick your team and how many points. So
yes.
And what I just done, the 200 rush, that was the bonus. That's considered a bonus pick.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So the next game from Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California, San Jose State at the number 14 USC Trojans. The spread is USC by 39.
Wow.
Mikey, go.
All right. I think 39 is a little exaggerated. I'm going to say that USC is going to win by 33 points. And for a bonus, their quarterback at USC is going to throw for over 350 yards.
That's actually a good
350
pick.
pass. Okay.
That's a good pick. All right, Angel, who do you got?
Okay. Anyway, go.
Game is this? I had to run to the kitchen. What game is this?
USC and San Jose State, and the game is at the Coliseum there for USC. Los
USC
Angeles.
versus who's the other team? Who are they playing?
The other team they're playing is San Jose State.
Oh, okay.
If Angel's not going to make a pick because he didn't hear it.
USC. I'm gonna go with USC.
Yep.
And as a bonus pick, rushing for 200 yards.
That's a good pick.
That is good as a team, right? Oh man, nice.
And you said USC by how much?
How many points?
USC by
12, Angel. 12.
One Angel.
I'll say 17.
That's
17.
Good pick. Good pick.
All right, Ted, who do you got? And how
USC
many
by
points?
12.
All right, Wolf, who do you got? I'm going last.
I got USC by 17 like Angel, but I have 250 plus pass is what I have.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to say USC by 21, and I'm going to say the quarterback goes for 300 yards for USC.
Then I must be really hoping he's going to throw for 350.
Wait
Yeah,
a
I
minute.
just see
You said
USC
300 what?
I said
300
350 yards. That's what I said. But
I see USC being a little rusty, and that's why they're not going to go to over 12 points.
Quarterback for USC, don't know his name, but quarterback for USC, my bonus pick is going to throw over 300 yards, Wolf.
Yeah.
Right.
well, yeah,
Gotcha.
that's why I gave him at least 350. I said he was going
Plus,
to.
they would be representing the Big Ten in this one, so that's another reason why I'm pulling for USC.
Oh, for sure.
By the way, this game will be on network television. It will be on NBC on Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, next game from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. This, I think, is an ACC matchup already.
And I think it's probably going to be the game of the week for week 0.
All right, I'm going to agree with it, but I'm going to throw in a second game of the week for this too. So the first one here, NC State Wolfpack at Virginia. The spread is Virginia by 6. Go, Mikey.
I'm gonna say, and also the game is on ESPN. I wanted to mention that.
Yep.
Virginia Cavaliers are going to beat the Wolfpack by 14 points. That's going to be my spread. 14
Wow.
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Angel. Who do you got?
I'm going to go Virginia by 2 touchdowns, 14 points, and quarterback throws for 250 yards.
That's your bonus.
Nice.
Well, the next quarterback from Virginia, did he go into the NFL or transfer?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, see.
Meant to transfer to Duke, I think, or Miami, I think.
No, that was the Duke.
Yeah, that was
Mensa-
Duke's
Mensa went to
quarterback.
Miami, remember, Ted?
Yeah, that was Duke's quarterback, Mensa.
Yeah, I don't know who the quarterback for Virginia is, but who do you
That's
got?
the problem is right now, because I'm going to pick the Wolfpack to pull the upset because they didn't lose that many people to the NFL.
How many?
I mean, it's possible.
How
Mhm.
many points, Ted?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out about that Virginia quarterback. Let me see. I got to Google something real quick.
Mm.
Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Did the Virginia Cavalier quarterback go into the NFL last year?
Yeah, former Virginia Cavaliers quarterback Chandler Morris signed an undrafted free agent deal.
Yep, with Tampa Bay Bucks. Yep. Okay, so I'm definitely going to Wolfpack by 1 point.
NC State by 1. Okay.
Okay, Wolfie, you're up.
I got Virginia by the spread, and I say that they'll get 1 kickoff return for a touchdown in the game.
Okay, that's actually not a bad pick. I am going to say Virginia, but it's going to be closer than the experts think. I am going to say Virginia by a safety.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Now by 2 points.
I'm on-
Okay.
I think it's going to
I'm
be
on the
closer
island
than
over here.
Ted, you were onto something. I think it's going to be closer than the experts think. So
I know. I want
All
to pick Virginia, but my gut's telling me NC State.
the next game on the list is a battle of small schools, of course, and then one school moving up from FCS to a FBS this time. We're not going to, I think Wolfie says we're not going to have Jeff do stats for this one, but we're going to pick it anyway. From the Fargo Dome in Fargo, North Dakota, we have Jacksonville State at the North Dakota State Bison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on, time out. While Jeff's actually listening in the chat, Jeff, we're going to be needing stats for NC versus TCU, San Jose State USC, Florida State New Mexico, and Memphis and UNLV.
All right.
Oh yeah, and Hawaii Stanford. I
If
forgot
you
about
have
that
to,
one.
Wolf,
Hawaii
if you're gonna-
Stanford.
Wolf,
That's
if you have-
that's the only games this week and week 0.
Wolf, if you have to, just send Jeff a message.
That's the ones that we need stats for.
Yes.
So when we go over these picks next week, Jeff will have the stats for those. So.
Yep, and then what I do then is after we review, I always say I'll throw it over to Jeff for stats there, Mike.
Right.
Sounds
Wolf,
good.
you have to drop if you have to, if in case if he's not listening, drop a Facebook message to him privately just to make sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so we're back here to Jacksonville State at North Dakota State. It's your turn, Mikey.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but before I forgot to mention the spread. The spread is North Dakota State by 7.
Yeah, that's going to be my pick. I'm going with the spread. North Dakota State at home, they're going to win by a touchdown.
Okay.
All right, who do you got, Angel?
You know what?
You got Jacksonville.
I'll go out
State.
on the island of I'm going with Jacksonville by 3.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa, what happened, Angel?
All right, who do you got,
Yep.
Ted?
North Dakota State. I've been a huge Bison fan for years,
Yeah.
and they just pull good people. Jackson State has really gotten much better. Normally, I would be picking this by double digits, but I'm going to just go with. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be North Dakota State by maybe 5 points, probably.
All right, Wolf.
Okay.
Jeff just said in the Facebook group in chat. Just send me the list of games for stats. So go ahead
Okay,
and message
Tim.
them privately if you have to. So.
Yeah.
Okay, 10-4.
All right, so you're up, Wolf.
All right, I have Jacksonville State by a field goal.
Yeah, they could easily go that way. They're a much
so
improved
fast.
team.
Not so fast, Wolf. North Dakota State is too damn good in the Fargo Dome. I remember when they played in the Missouri Valley Conference. Every time my Northern Iowa Panthers came to the Fargo Dome, they were ass whipped harder than Ted going to a all-you-can-spank BDSM club. Pretty much so. Pretty much North Dakota State is too damn good at home at the Fargo Dome. I've got North Dakota State by 21.
Wow.
Oh, that's a bit
Yeah.
demanding for their first year in the FBS.
I just
All right.
remember some of those North Dakota, Northern Iowa, and I think they were worse whipped than a coyote trying to play with a javelina. Guess who won?
Or a coyote trying to steal Wolfie's barbecue.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true, Wolf. You know that. So,
Right.
all right. So the next small school game on the list here that we're not going to do any stats for, from Rynearson Stadium in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Ypsilanti.
Sacramento State at Eastern Michigan. The spread is Eastern Michigan by 10.
And just a reminder, Sacramento State's first year in the FBS, like North Dakota State.
Oh, well, then with that stat, I'm going Eastern Michigan by 20. I'm doubling the spread. They're gonna win by 20.
Good pick. Okay, Angel, you got Sacramento State and Eastern Michigan. Who do you got?
I'm going Sacramento State by 5.
Wow.
Wow.
He's thinking upset heavy this time. Dang.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy, who do you got?
I can't go against Eastern Michigan. They've got a very stable team.
Hold on. Let me explain something. You guys should know me by now. When it comes to college, I pick those upsets. I ain't scared. There's a difference.
That's true, Angel. I've known you over the last
And
couple of
and by the way,
Who's the
this
home
game
team?
is-
It's Eastern Michigan. It's at Eastern Michigan, right?
Yep.
it's at
Eastern
I
Michigan,
can't go. I can't go against them. I want to join Angel, but I just can't. Not against them at home.
Yeah, and the game's
So I'm going to say only 4 points though.
the game's on ESPN Plus, by the way. So
All right, Wolfie, your turn.
I actually see the 4 like Ted, but I see it Sacramento State by 4.
Yeah, people are going to underestimate Sacramento State, but
Yeah, I'm giving them a lot of home field credit because Michigan teams play awesome at home. Central Michigan does, Eastern Michigan does, Western Michigan does. Michigan's got a strong home presence.
Okay. Just a brief timeout. Can somebody Google Eastern Michigan's record last year?
I can do that real quick, guys.
I think they are they like 8-4 or something?
I thought Eastern Michigan was like 2-10.
Let me see here. Eastern Michigan football 2025 record.
Okay.
College football season. 4 wins.
Oh shit! It was the opposite. I'm showing
in Mid-American
4-8, not 8-4 like I thought.
At home and 1-5 away under head coach Chris Creighton.
Yeah, and their conference record was 1-5 or 1-6, something like that.
Yeah, I mean you bring up a good point there, but I'm gonna stay with them, I guess.
All right.
I'm staying with
Well,
you.
yeah, Wolfie, that's a pretty good pick after all. I'm not gonna change.
I haven't picked yet, guys. So I was gonna say first year Sacramento State in FBS. From what people are saying, don't sleep on Sacramento State. I think Eastern Michigan might get a little too comfortable, but I think it tends too much. I think it's going to be closer than the experts think. I got Eastern Michigan by 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I want to see how people go with this one. Next game. From Stanford Stadium in Stanford, California. You got the Hawaii against Stanford at Stanford, and the spread is Stanford by 4. I'm going to go first on this one, Mikey, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I am going to pick an upset. I am going to say the Hawaii Warriors get it done. They beat Stanford at Stanford by 7 points. Hawaii in an upset.
Remember, Hawaii had a hell of a year last year.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Let's see here.
I'll do you one better on that one. I'm also this to me of week 0 is the game of the week. This is the game of week 0. This is the game of the college football week because it's the lowest spread. It's the lowest spread that I can see of all the games. I mean, barely, because UNLV Memphis is like at 5, and this is at 4. But I gave this Stanford Hawaii to be the game to watch, even though it's not on major television network. It's definitely not on ESPN. It's on the ACC network. But I am picking Hawaii in an upset over Stanford, even though it's in Stanford Stadium, and I'm picking Hawaii by a touchdown.
All right, Angel, who do you got?
Hawaii won their bowl game.
Go ahead,
I
Angel.
am also going with Hawaii.
Hawaii by how many points?
I'm going with Hawaii by 10.
Oh, that's
By Kansas.
Yeah,
Hawaii by Kansas.
but Hawaii won 35-31 over California in their bowl game last year. But here's the thing: they finished 5-3 in the Mountain West, and they ended up 9-4. But you know what? Stanford they're going to be playing Miami. I think these guys have prepared like crazy. And I think Stanford's actually going to win at home. I think they're going to beat Hawaii.
What do you think?
Because remember, after this game, they're going to play Miami. And I think these boys are amped up. They want to knock Miami off when Miami comes in there.
Okay, so Stanford by how much?
I'm going to say, oh, man, it ain't going to be a whole lot because Hawaii's a decent team. Maybe 4 points.
That's the actual spread.
That's the spread. You're going with that because that is the smallest.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I think the experts got it good on that one.
All right, Wolf. So, question for you. Do you go on the upset train or do you go with the trees on this one?
Well, Hawaii lost their 2-star wide receivers to graduation. I don't think they wound up in the NFL draft, but they did graduate. They do still have their halfback.
What about their quarterback?
But Stanford has upgraded. They had some transfer players come in. I think Stanford at home, I've got Stanford by 12.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the way I kind of see it too. That Stanford's going to win as well.
All right, guys. So here's
And they're going to be amped to beat Miami. I'm just telling you, watch that Miami game is going to be way closer than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to just roll over for Miami. I'm just telling you, Miami might not even win that game by more than 7 points.
All right, so next game on the list from Doak Campbell Stadium, Tallahassee, Florida, the New Mexico State Lobos at the Florida State Seminoles. Mikey, I know this is going to be an easy pick for you, but here's the spread: Florida State by 31. Go.
I'm going to say Florida State is going to win by 40 points. And my bonus pick, Florida State is going to, part of their scoring, this is part of what I'm going to say here. They're going to get a safety, and they're going to get a run back, a punt for a touchdown. They're going to run back a kickoff for a touchdown. So 3 things they're going to do. They're going to get a safety, they're going to run back a punt for a touchdown, and a kickoff for a touchdown.
So all 3 of those are just rolled into one bonus pick.
Mike, you can watch it fantasy already.
That's my
All right,
bonus.
Angel.
I can't believe you're going to predict all that shit, Mikey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Florida State Seminoles, and I'm gonna say 375 passing yards as my bonus pick.
That's a good pick.
Okay, you said Florida State by how much?
How much did you say, Angel?
Yeah, how many points, bro?
I don't even freaking remember. I'll say Florida State by 25.
Okay.
Okay, and then you said what was your bonus pick?
He said the quarterback.
375 passing.
375 passing.
Okay, all right.
All right, how about you, Ted?
Well, Mike Norvell's in the hot seat, but what I do like about him is that he seems to be better prepared than a lot of coaches on opening day. You know, like they start out kind of, if you notice, Florida State kind of starts out fast, like how they beat Alabama that first game. So I like how they're prepared.
Yeah.
So I definitely think they're going to win. I just have no idea about the points.
You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this though. The game is on the CW, so if you get CW channel,
Yeah, that's a South Florida channel mostly.
Yeah, that's a good channel to have. So you got that.
I don't know how many points though. How were the? Tell me about these Lobos guys. These Los Lobos.
New Mexico State last year, I think they had either a 9-win season or a 10-win season last year. They did pretty good.
Thought. Yeah, I thought
they
did.
have some pretty decent returners coming back this year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But the thing is, New Mexico State, just like a lot of teams, they do not want to go play in the pit.
Actually,
New Mexico. So,
I'm looking at the New Mexico State Aggies. I was wrong. It was the Lobos. It was the Aggies. Sorry.
they're called the New Mexico State Aggies. Yeah.
But I'm looking at the 2025 schedule. They only had a 4-win season last year.
Yeah.
Okay, then it must be New Mexico that I was thinking of then.
Yeah.
You were thinking of the Lobos. That's fine. That's a mistake.
Because remember too, Wolfie, last year they got spanked by your Volunteers last year, big time, 42-9.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So therefore, so there you go. So there you guys go. So
I'm going to go with 23 points then.
And Florida State, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Wolf, what do you got?
What do you got, Wolf?
All right, so I don't see any way Florida State doesn't win this game, but I'm going to say that Florida State slips on themselves like a man having diarrhea on the run.
Yeah.
And it will only be a 21-point win, and it might be a low-scoring game.
That's what I see, 23 points, so we're right there together.
I could see it being like 24-3 or something like that. Something like something that shouldn't be.
All right, so I am going to say Mike Norvell, like Ted said, he's on the hot seat this year. Players are going to play for him first game. Florida State's going to put a shellacking on New Mexico State. I am actually going to take the point spread here. I'm going to take the points, and I'm going to throw a bonus, Wolf. Florida State QB goes for 300 yards.
300 yards.
Yep.
Okay, now, Wolfie, how did you want to handle my pick on this? As I said, there are three things they're going to do. Should I just say, because I already picked number 4.
I just wrote it down as safety and 2 special teams return touchdowns.
There you go. That
right.
works. Okay.
So here's the nightcap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
On Fox from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, you've got the Memphis Tigers at the UNLV Rebels. The spread is UNLV by 5. Wolfie, I think this was in your running for game of the week, if I remember correctly.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Wolfie, Mikey, I'm going to do something different. Wolfie, since this is your game of the week, you have the honor of going first.
Okay, well, Memphis going in the last year, they had a lot of transfers coming in, and they did pretty good for the most of the year, and they slipped towards the end. They also got some transfers coming in this year. Will they be as good as last year? That's going to be the big question coming in.
Yeah.
Now, UNLV, they were phenomenal last year. They could have very easily slipped into the college football playoff. Dan Mullen is not a bad coach.
Yeah.
And with their halfback there, I'd say UNLV will probably win. I've got UNLV by 5.
That's actually not a bad pick. That's actually the spread, Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, Mikey, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to do it 2 points better. No, actually, I'll do it 5 points better. I think that UNLV got robbed. They should have been a part of that college football playoff system last year, and I think they got robbed. And the Running Rebels, for me, I got to say, there's no way they're going to lose at home, and it's on Fox. They usually do well on a televised game. So I'm going to say UNLV Running Rebels are going to win at home by 10 points.
You ain't even got them tenders.
All right, Angel, last game. Memphis at UNLV.
All right.
Who you got?
I got UNLV, them Rebels. Them Rebels are going to just dominate the field. And I'm giving the point spread 17.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it by
Nice.
11.
Good
I
call
got
on that
UNLV
one.
by
Yeah.
11. I'm going by 11 at UNLV.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
It will be double digits, I guarantee.
Yeah, so it's my pick since I'm last on this one to end this.
Yeah.
So the UNLV Rebels had a 10-4 season last year, 6-2 in the Mountain West. They were very underrated last year. I mean, a lot of people overlooked them last season. But the fact of the matter is, I think the UNLV Rebels are going to show that you look under the radar. Now we're gonna, I'm sorry for the language, but we're gonna fuck you over this year again and be better than what we did last year. I think I'm not gonna make a bonus pick, but kind of a prediction. I'm probably gonna be wrong this year, like I always do. I see UNLV improving, going 11 wins this year, and I've actually got UNLV beating Memphis at home. I'm gonna go by 14 points.
Yeah, and remember, Memphis is a great team. If they weren't at home, I would probably be picking this game almost even. I would be picking.
All right, you know that since we all went UNLV, it will be Memphis that will win.
Probably.
Why? We watched that game on Saturday, and we find out that happens. That'll be funny.
Yeah, just put D-Man down for Memphis by 28.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you know what? I want my bonus pick. No. Seriously, I'm going to just do as a bonus pick, Wolfie, and I'm seriously going to pick Memphis by 6, D-Man. You know what I mean? Like, if D-Man was here, I would say that's what he would have said. Yeah, D-Man would have said Memphis by 6. So
okay, so Mikey, you got
one of my bonus picks.
So Mikey, you got to learn that this is some of Ted's
Hi, Sarah.
Here, so
yeah.
Hey, Sarah.
All right, guys. I'm getting close to my other function here. So, are we done now? Have we?
Yeah,
caught up
that's the end of our football picks. So,
yeah, we are at a wrap.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we can all take our shirts off and scare people now.
No.
Right.
No.
So since Mikey's got to run, I'll go ahead and do the outro then, Wolf. So.
Okay. Did you want me to promote my channel?
Oh,
Just
I
let
can
you
do,
folks.
I can do it real quick.
Go ahead.
It's, Chatty Blogger MS. So, let's give some shout outs to some people. If you want to know everything about going on, like classic TV reviews or whatever, go check out Mikey at his channel, Chatty Blogger MS. He's got some good content over there. Also, if you want to hear wackiness on panels and everything, and scratch tickets and everything, go over to Florida Claimers Ted's channel at Florida Claimers Ted. Also in the chat, if you want to know everything about baking, cooking, air frying, go over and go to my friend Caitlin Blake's channel at Caitlin Blake's Baking 18+, or Caitlin's Baking 18+. If you want to get in touch with retro gaming, everything retro gaming and arcade style, please check out my channel at Brett's Retro Gaming. Thank you for joining us tonight. This show has been brought to you by Dubby. And please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, share this on social media, and share this with your friends. We will see you here again next week as we review week 0 of the college football season, and we review week 3 of the NFL preseason as we prepare for week 1 of the NFL regular season and week 1 of college football. For Mikey, Angel, Ted, and Wolf, this is Brett Alt saying goodbye and good night, everybody.
There's text guy. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah.
All right,
Woof, woof,
everybody, just a brief programming update. Me and someone else, probably Brett, will be doing a game cast of one of the college football games this weekend.
All right. So with that being said,
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I was trying to find something for Wolfie to show you guys, but I'll have to have it prepared for next time.
all right. So the Wolf is out of here. And,
Yeah.
and
We're
you guys,
out
and everybody in the chat,
of
have a
here.
great night. Thanks for coming up tonight. Bye, everybody.
Yep, there goes everybody. Now, woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof.